Hi guys, welcome back to the African Man Podcast. My name is Phoebe, as you guys know. Um, Today I want to talk about something. Just came back from the coffee shop and went there to meet some friends, and we had a conversation about the the dating market and how everything is going on right now. So I was like, okay, let me share with you guys, my friends. At least for now, I have 23 subscribers, and I love you guys. I love you. I love you guys from one of my very existence. So listen. So we were having this conversation about the social selection of a man, and no, the sexual selection of a man. Excuse me, and the sexual selection of a woman. How does a man know that okay, this is the right woman for me, and how does a woman know that okay, this is the right man for me? These are two different sexes, male and female, and they are completely different regardless of what the social dynamics and how society wants to say okay, men and women are, or boys and girls are the same. They are completely different. Check this out. Men or boys, masculine or just male have physical, they are physical beings, which means that I'm a man obviously, I can look at the picture of a woman, just a picture, and automatically fall in love with her. Just just looking at her pictures, because it's more of the physique for me. Because she doesn't need to have any money before I fall in love with her. She doesn't need to bring anything into my life. Just feminine, peace, you know, just sexual attraction. Just that. For a woman. And this was conversation I was having with my friends, like I said earlier. And mind you guys though, these guys that I'm talking about, they are not your regular men that are struggling financially, including myself. But we are all single. I'm 37 years old. The youngest of all was, is 35 years old. And we are rich. Let me put it to you that way. But we don't walk around bragging around and say, oh, yeah, we have money. This conversation that I'm sharing with you guys, my friends, I'm not leading with my money. I'm just, I just want to share with you guys the dating market as we perceive it to be right now. Because sex is easy. Sex is very, very easy. We are all bachelors making money. I'm a software engineer and I have other business. I have business investments and all that. As we all have these things. So, we were just sharing. And we said that the sexual selection of a woman is completely different from that of a man. The way society has programmed women is this, that he has to look and dress and talk a certain way before you even give audience to this man. And that is very, very foolish, because a man might have a specific kind of physique, a specific kind of jawline, a specific kind of height, and be completely broke. I mean, very, very broke. Which is the advice I'll give to women. It is impossible to know the true value of a man just by looking at him. I can have a 2 minute conversation with a woman, and before she says a third sentence, I know where to put her. What bracket to put her. Maybe she's feminine. Maybe she's just a smash and toss away, or just, maybe someone I want to give an opportunity to get to know me. But the sexual selection of a woman, how she picks a man, should it's completely different from that of a man. A man might have a pot belly. He might be 5'6", he might be 5'2", and conveniently rich. Luckily for me, I'm 6'3". But what I look for in a woman is completely different from what a woman is looking for in a man. You can't compare the physique of what you see on the TV that says this is how a successful man looks to that of the reality. Two of my friends are 5'2", 5'2", 5'3". These guys are very, very wealthy, well spoken, good head on their shoulder. They have no wife, no kids. Mind you, every one of us, though, we have no wives, like I said, but we also have no kids. And even though there are statistics that shows that there are 0.01% of our kind, that is not the case here. I'm just saying that the dress code, the body posture, the composure of a man can never determine how wealthy, how successful his brain capacity, his strength level. It's impossible. You can't know. You can't know. And that brings me to say this though. If women love opportunistically and men love idealistically, the closest definition to unconditional love is idealistic love, which is the love that a man has for women, or the kind of love that a man showcases. A woman needs to see what she likes in your life or what she wants to benefit, maybe now or in the nearest future or in the course of the time she's going to be with you, before she start emotionally investing into your life. If that be the case, though, do you think it makes any sense for women to judge a man and size him up by his physical appearance? From the conversation I had with my friends today, though, it made me realize that the successful men, the wealthy men, though, they don't go to gym. I don't go to gym. I work out in here, and I don't overdo it. I do just 20 push-ups every morning. I do 20 jumpy jacks. I ride my indoor bikes just 20 minutes or 15 minutes every day. I do my pull-up bars, and that's it. I'm a skinny dude. I have no muscles. I'm wealthy. I am. And I have a lot of money. So when a woman judge the physique of a man to determine if this man is capable, you are actually setting yourself up for failure. Because remember, everything that a woman is looking for in a man, it can be faked by men. You want a man that dresses well, that walks out, that has this jawline. All these things can be trained now. They can. Now, the genuine man that has this thing in real life, because, reality is always different from the movies. You need to understand that. Reality is completely different from the movies. So when all these requirements that has been set in place by women, because, some of my friends, though, they came with their girlfriends and this conversation it went on for like 3 hours. I wish I could have recorded it, but these guys are professionals. These guys are not into comics and, all these conversations that I bring to you guys. These guys are not into this thing. So, and they were just, the conversation was just going in, going out, exchanging, and just. And then I'm starting to see the complications, the reason why the sexual marketplace, it's so complicated right now. Because women, there's some section of women that would say that they don't want a man to approach them in a public place. And there are some section of women that say that they want men to approach them anywhere. Just a confident man. Now, when you swallow your pride and you put yourself together and you just walk up to that woman, if you're not careful, you will be harassed. She will embarrass you and step on your face. Because one, nobody goes to a coffee shop in a dress-up suit. Even though I have tailor-made suits, I don't wear them every day. I don't. Like, come on now. If you guys go to my TikTok or my Instagram, for OBPS Butler, I put myself together pretty well. But I don't think I dress like I have money. I don't. I don't need to. I smell good though. I use very expensive colognes. My watch are expensive. My bracelet is Cartier. It is very expensive. But you need to get closer to the man. You need and it's you can't do a lazy job when it comes to picking your man. If you don't want to fall into the hands of scammers and men that will just lie and have sex with you and toss you away, you need to invest into getting to know this man. It has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with, oh, is it the right one for me? No. You need to, and there are sexual peaks. Like, take for example, when you go to the coffee shop, the high contact, the glance and all that stuff, women don't do those things no more. Last week, I went to the coffee shop. I was on break. I work on these decks. And I went to the coffee shop around 12 because I do that every day. I have an espresso machine. But, physical contact, I do that just to. Then I went there and then I saw this woman. She's gorgeous. There's always many beautiful, gorgeous women at the coffee shops. And then I walk up to meet her. We've been looking at each other from afar. So I just went up and just said, hey, excuse me, how you doing? I was sitting from afar and I saw you. I thought I'd come over to say hi. My name is Fowobi. What is your name? She looked at me like this. She said, ain't you supposed to be walking? I said, what does that mean? She said, because I'm walking. Oh, I said, my bad. Nice to meet you. Then I walked away. 5 minutes, a couple of minutes after, though, because I was trying to finish my coffee so I can come back home. Then she came up to meet me. She said she's very, very sorry for the way she spoke to me. I said, it's okay. I get that a lot. So she said she wants to sit down. I said, I'm sorry, you can't do that. She said, why? It's a one-time opportunity with me. You blew it. You showed me your personality, and I don't have time for bullshit. I didn't tell her I don't have time for bullshit. I just said, nah, you don't need to. I don't want to talk to you. So it's okay, okay? Nice to meet you. That's it with me. It's 2022 where a lot of women are losing that package of wisdom, that feminine has been there. How can I put this? That women they've been taught this thing. They used to like the the previous generations, they've always believed that women are the embodiment of wisdom. Now, what is the definition of wisdom? Wisdom is when you can always see things from people's side of you and put yourself in people's shoes and flip the whole scenario and say, with the way everything is going on around in the world, this is the perspective of a man. Obviously, I'm a man, and I know the challenges that it takes to be a man. I'm not a woman, but I try to put myself in the shoes of a woman. It's impossible to know, just looking at a woman, it's impossible to know a feminine woman or if she's masculine just by looking at her. You need to walk up to meet her, strike a conversation, then she will show herself. Regardless, though, because this is my mindset, it is a privilege for her that I'm talking to her. Just a privilege for her to get to know me. And this is my mindset. When I walk up to meet a woman, I'm not walking up to meet you just because I need your number. No. I'm walking up to meet you because I'm a man that sees a beautiful woman and I find you attractive. And I just want to talk. I just want to talk with you. But I guess because everywhere women goes, they get validated. But this is one thing you need to understand. When I said men and women are different, this is what I mean. Let's start with women. From the age of, let's say 16 years old for a woman, let's say she started feeling sexy sexually. I've been 16 before. I started dating when I was young. Not sexually though. I mean, started feeling attracted to a woman when I was like 13 years old. Like, oh, I like this girl. So I was 13. That was then. But let's say for a woman, a sexual peak from books, from research, from, that we've done, it peaks at the age of 23. And from 23 years old, it went on for 4 years. It goes on for 4 years. 23 until 27 years old. If she has that wisdom I was talking about, she would utilize those 4 years. She will utilize it like well. But the thing is this, because the strength, we were having this conversation today and then they said women are savages. It's not like she's a savage. It's just that she's designed to love opportunistically, which means that there are many things that a man has to have in place before she start investing emotionally. Like, you need to have your shit together. You need to have a dream. You need to have the body. You need to have the height. You need to look like you can protect and be scary kind of way. You need to have ambitions. You need to have dreams. You need to look like you are hungry for success. So, what does a 16-year-old, a 18-year-old, when she gets to her peak, a 23-year-old, what does she do? Because she's naive. She's young. She doesn't have this wisdom of the feminine that I was talking about. She picks, she selects a boy, also in her class. Remember, she wants security. She wants all these nice things because, So, on a subconscious level, she sees this boy that is, that does sports. The boys in his class wants to be like him. All the women in his class or in his school, they want to be with him. So she selects this boy, this young man. But then you need to understand something about life. We all pick differently. Now let's fall back to the sexual peak of a man, of a male, a boy. From the age of 16 until the age of 24, a boy will make mistakes. First, what is a man? What is a boy? What is a male, a masculine? He is like a mirror that has to be shattered. Because remember, society is designed not to love, not to protect this boy, this male, this masculine frame. He is designed to serve this masculine. So he has to be shattered. He has to go through the ring of fire. He has to master his emotions. It is very hard though. That is the reason why there are very, very few successful men that has mastered their emotions out there. From the age of 16 until 24, if he has good mentors, good family backgrounds, if he has good family, good father, I was fortunate. I had a very, very good father, a very, very strong man. They will guide you. Your mother's love will protect you. A man must have made all his mistakes from age 16 until 24 years old. The teachings of his father, the love of his mother will pull him together from 24 years old until 25 years old. And then he will use the next 10 years. It will come from redemption from the age of 25. He must never love a woman. He must never fall in love at this time because he's going to destroy her. Because he's not emotionally ready. And this is the truth though. But, nobody talks about this thing. Regardless if he peaks in high school, like let's say he start doing sports, he start making money at the age of 20, cryptocurrency money, real estate, regardless of his money dynamics, he must never fall in love with a woman at that stage because he's not emotionally ready. And this is the truth though. From the age of 25 until the age 35, 10 years, then he start learning about life, emotional intelligence, emotional support, how to receive, how to take. Then he start analyzing hunger. You can be aggressive. This is how it is. This is your full. And for a man to become a master of his emotions, he must experience all emotions. Do you know how many emotions are out there? We're talking about depression, anxiety, happiness, sad, like what else? Depression, all these things. Just imagine you just imagine like you as a man, you experiencing distress to the point that you think you're about to kill yourself. And then you master all these things. And then you become a good version of yourself. You go to the ring of fire because you have great mentors, people that will guide you. Mentors are very, very important. But the mistake with today's age is this. When boys start making money, they believe they are ready. From my research, though, I've come to understand something. The brain of a man, the boy, the masculine, the whatever, the brain of a man fully matures at the age of 25. Now, when they say fully matured, the emotional part is not there. But like a man, he becomes a man at the age of 25. But the emotional part, a man that has emotional intent, because normally a man doesn't need emotions. But because he's going to have a woman in his life, he's going to have kids in his life. Remember, being a man is not just about protecting yourself. It's about you protecting others, those that you say that you love. So let's back it down a little bit again. When a girl peaks at 23, before I continue that, the sexual peak of a man, from research and everything that we have done, it's 35 years old. Unlike the women, that a sexual peak is 4 years. that of a man if he does everything he's supposed to do. Now, when I said that he must never love anybody from that age 25 years old until he clocks 35, he must never say, oh, baby, you know I love you. He must never do that nonsense because he is emotionally not matured. He is not matured emotionally. Then you need to go to school. You need to move with friends, move with people that are doing well, people with ambition. All that nonsense that movies are saying that you want to become a millionaire by 25, you are fooling yourself. This is the reason why the stress level of people, though, their age is 25 years old. I have friends that are medical doctors. And, I met one of them today. And these guys were telling me that, they are kids, there are boys that comes to them for, monthly checkup. And these guys are 19, 20 years old. But their stress level is that of a 45-year-old man. How does a 19-year-old kid has the stress level of a 45-year-old? You want to buy a Lamborghini at the age of 19. It doesn't fucking make any sense. And that's the reason why I decided to put this together and say, my advice to men. From 16 until 24, pray you make all your mistakes. I suggest you make all your mistakes. Express yourself fully. Make mistakes though. After 24 years old, you can't. Every mistake you make after that 24 years old, it is too expensive for you to make. Don't. Now, when a woman peaks, when a woman sexually peaks at the age of 23 until 27 years old, it's just 4 years. And those 4 years, it is, 4 years is a very, very small, it's 12, that's 48. That's 48 months. It is small. But the sexual peak of a man, if he does everything he's supposed to do, you go to school, you work on yourself, you start investing, you start learning emotional intelligence, you become upright, start taking kickboxing class. These are the things I did. You start putting your money where your money is supposed to. You start reading news of where the money, because you need to follow the money as a man. You need to know where money is going. Follow the food too, where people are spending their money on. When you start doing this thing, go back to school. Relate with people of different ethnic backgrounds and ethnic groups. Start reading news of what the nearest future will be. Let's say, is it tech? Is it banking? You need to start doing these things. When you do these things, though, you become a master of yourself. Because one, how can you become a master of your emotions, a master of yourself when you're broke? Being broke, it releases some kind of... I've been broke before. And I don't like myself then. So my advice to you, now when you start touching, normally by the age of 33, 34, because women are not your priority then, they will treat you like you're not priority from the age 33, 34, because you don't have what women want. There is nothing she wants to derive from you. So she will treat you like that. My advice to you is this. When you peak by 35 years old, when you sexually peak as a man at the age of 35, and you start having, your money game start being, you are emotionally strong, which means that, what am I trying to say? Let's say you walk up to meet a woman and you strike conversation, and she just turns you down. Like back in the days in my 20s, behaviors like that will ruin my night. Then I'll be like, oh my God, she doesn't want to talk to me. You can't feel like that. As a matter of fact, you should move with that same, let's say, let's say your pickup line is, hey, beauty, and she turns you down. You can go to another woman and use that same pickup line, and they'll hear you. But then you need to understand something though, because you're trying to become the best version of yourself. Then you start mastering that, okay, just because this thing doesn't work out for you, that doesn't mean that others won't work for you. Now, the mistake that most men make is this. When they finally peaks, when they sexually peak, a lot of women will spot them and they will want their attention, and most of them are 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 years old women. A man of 30 years old would think, oh, she's a good catch. No, she's not. Because she's outside of your, she's outside of your, of our sexual peak. She's not a good catch. You get what I'm saying? When you sexually peak as a man, let's say 35 years old, you don't peak for 4 years. Once you do everything you're supposed to do and you put your life together, you peak until the day you die. Just imagine that. This is the reason why a 55-year-old man can still get married to a 23-year-old woman that she's in a sexual selection peak. When you peak at, what am I trying to say? As a man, when you sexually peak at the age of 35, you want a woman that is also in her prime, because you are also in your prime. You don't want a woman that is outside of your, outside of her peak. 23 years old until 27 years old. Those 4 years bracket, those are the women you want to date. Those are the only ones you want to date. Now check this out. Because they are in their prime, majority of them might treat you like, and this is where you come in, because she's not a priority. No woman in this world can complete you as a man. As a matter of fact, you complete her. And I can't even emphasize this. I can't begin to put importance. The reason why this is very, very important, the reason why you need to put more value in yourself. You know that nonsense they say in TVs and movies when they say that women are the price? Look at it from the side of you. If society is constructed to protect two people, women and children, and society needs men to keep society working, because men produces the life force that creates people. Women are powerful, I don't dispute that. But men deserves to be treated with utmost respect. You know that nonsense people say that men are not that intelligent and men are dogs? Men are not. A man and a woman are like extrovert, introvert, and extrovert. An extrovert person won't find it so hard to express their emotions because they are extroverts. They talk a lot. But an introvert person will bottle everything on the inside, and that is a man. But just because you bottle everything on the inside and you don't talk that much, that doesn't make you a dog. Now check this out. This is where it gets funny. When you meet a woman that talks to you and step on your face and make you feel like she has options, you cut her off immediately. Because when you peak at the age of 35 as a man, I will say this to you guys. When you peak at the age of 35, you've worked on a lot of things before you get to that level of peak. Not just your money game, not just your physique, not just your health, not just your your spirituality, your, it's also emotional, state of mind. Emotionally, you've mastered everything. You understand that just because you lost all your money just now, that doesn't mean you go, oh my God, I've lost. No, you understand that you have to be composed. These things are very, very hard to do. Very, very hard to do. You understand all these things. That, okay, just because she says she wants to break up with me, that doesn't mean you lash out and you, oh my God, my life is no. These are emotions that a man, and you've come, then you understand that regardless of who stays or who goes, you are a moving train, and you will continue to be a moving train. Am I making sense? Like my father would say to me though, my dad would say, your money is your best friend. A woman can wake up tomorrow morning and say, I don't want to kick it with you no more. But your money will always be your best friend. Your money will always be there. So one thing I will say to you guys again is this. Women are important, don't get me wrong though. But the one you must get married to is not the one that thinks she's doing you a favor by coming into your life. You get what I'm saying? There is a reason why a man can get married to a Chick-fil-A toilet watching woman. There's a reason why when a queen of a whole kingdom, gets married to a man, it's just the king's, it's just the queen's husband. But if a king gets married to a woman, even a slave, if a king picks a slave for a wife, she automatically becomes a queen. She becomes very, very powerful. Regardless of what society will have you believe, a man is the price. A man will always be the price. And any woman that tries to argue this with you, she's a foolish woman. And a foolish woman is not a good woman, because she will stab you in the back. You don't want that kind of woman within your domain. You don't want that kind of woman within your domain at all. Now, how do you pick the right one for you? I say this every now and then, within my podcast, that when I'm dating women, and I date a lot, I talk to different women every day, but I don't have sex with different women. It's not just my personality. I just don't, one, I don't like it, and two, I don't have the time. If I'm having sex, let's say I start talking to this woman. If I have sex with her once in a week, just once in a week, there's another woman somewhere. If I have sex with her twice in a week, at least twice in a week, there is no other woman that I'm having sex with. I mean just twice. Even though it's not like I can't have sex every day. I can do it every day with one woman. But I'm just saying that I'm just that kind of person that likes to, okay, this is the only one. But one thing I don't do is this. Because I've noticed this about women. When you start having sex with them back to back, she start, like let's say at least twice in a week. They start putting, because we're all human beings and we are beings of emotions, and they start doing all these nonsense behaviors. I have a zero tolerance for bullshit. I don't. But because I have how can I What is this English word I'm looking for? Abundance mindset. You know, when you talk to different women all the time, they see you for what you are. I take them out to eat every now and then, and some of the majority of them want me to go back to their place, or they want to come to my place, and I just post them. I have their numbers. So when you post and you starve them like that, so if the current women I'm chilling with start misbehaving, it is so easy for me to just one text away. This is my address, get a Uber and come. I want to show you something. And one thing I've noticed about women of today, communication is not their strongest suit. They don't communicate. They expect you to know what is going on in their head. It is impossible. Nobody is Charles Xavier. Professor X is a fiction character. No human. It makes more sense. Only in the movies, and all that grumping attitude, all that nonsense, it is a turn off for me. It is an almost turn off. I can't even stand that nonsense. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I've dated different women, many women in different age bracket. I've dated women within the peak of their sexual selection. I've dated women outside of the peak of their selection. I'll tell you, there is no nobility. None. There is no nobility in trying to pick a woman that is outside of the, outside of our peak of sexual selection. The bigger percentage of them that I've been with, and I'm talking about tens, they have ridiculous attitude. They have ridiculous attitude. And this is one thing I can't put my head around. You are outside of the peak of your sexual selection, and you have attitude. You don't even know how to talk to a man. What kind of woman are you? You should be you should be and I don't fucking abuse women, verbally or physically. I don't do none of that nonsense. I don't. I'd rather leave you with your bullshit. As a business psychologist, I understand. You know as a woman, you know that you are outside of the peak of your sexual selection. So you think you want to act tough. Maybe that will make you attractive to a man. No. It won't make you attractive. At least not to me though. Not to me. Do you know what will make men like me attractive? Be feminine. Just be feminine though. Just be feminine. You trying to be aggressive, it is the most foolish thing you can do. Back in the days when when I was toxic, I'm talking about early 30s, I'll swallow my pride and still talk to you, take you home, have sex with you for a couple of months and waste your time, and then toss you away. That was when I was toxic. Now, I don't have the time. But I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want us to waste our time. And this is the reason why, on podcast, on TikTok, every chance I get, I try to do videos like this and just ram, and just share my experience. One of the downside of today's generation, today's sexual marketplace and the whole thing that is going on, is the fact that society keeps encouraging women to act like men. Oh my God. Let's flip the scenario so you get what I'm trying to say. I want you to imagine a society that encourages men to act like women. How does that sound to you? Would you like it? Would you like it? And because we are so we are successful now, and we are grateful to God for everything that we have accomplished, and we are still accomplishing. We are grateful to life. But because we are ambitious, and it took us a long time to get to this level, do you think you can hustle me by being aggressive and then I'll just pick you? It doesn't fucking work like that. It doesn't work like that, though. It doesn't. If any society encourages you to step on the face of a man because you think he's going to respect you, oh yeah, if you can't do this, then you go. And one of the women that came to the gathering at the coffee shop to, with my friends today, he said something, she said something. She said, if any man wants you to change for him, that man is not the right one for you. Check this out. Do you understand that it is possible for a man to like you, your physique, just like you physically, but you have a awful, ridiculous attitude? And on the subconscious level, because men are designed to fix things, he believes that he can fix you. He thinks he can fix you. No, even though you're not outside of the peak of your sexual selection, or what am I saying? Even though you're not at the outside of the peak of your sexual peak, rather, excuse me, you as a woman, you don't need no attitude. Women are powerful. Women are very, 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 very powerful. But the problem with today's generation is this. All years of a man's life, he goes through the ring of fire. And when you get to that peak of wisdom for a man, he understands that the life he's living, it's not about him. It is about serving a purpose, protecting and upholding societies, and providing. He has to continuously work on himself. But this is one thing I find very annoying too. Women want to come into the space of a man. You want to come into the workspace of a man and change it. What am I trying to say? I am a software engineer. And there are ways we tease our friends. Obviously, software engineers, they don't. Oh crap, how is this? Software engineers, they don't, most of them don't clean up that much. They wear just saggy t-shirts and they don't clean up that much. But these guys have a lot of money. I clean up nice though, because my bachelor's degree and my previous work experience was business analyst, and I did business psychology, so I understand that image is everything. Even though these guys don't clean up that much, these guys have a lot of money. But within our caucus, as colleagues, as contemporaries, we play with ourselves like, oh my God, look at your fat ass. It's just a joke. But you can a woman, most women that work with us, before COVID though, they want to spend time with us, but they want us to dumb ourselves down. Oh, you can't say that. What do you mean? No, you can't use the word fat. I've been like, bitch, what are you doing here? You get what I'm saying? And so, what we did there was, when we go for breaks, we don't want other women to join us, because they want us to dumb ourselves down. They want us to be political correct with the things we say. And this is where most women don't get it. For a man, this is the way we talk. For a man, you have to be as genuine, as straightforward as possible. No sugarcoating. Now check this out. This is where it gets funny. Just because men speak to themselves like that, you can't fucking speak to us like that. Because then, if you talking to us like that, it's gonna be disrespectful. But we can fucking talk to ourselves like that. I'm telling you. I mean, somebody sent me something on Snapchat, so I just had to read this. So as I was saying, if women can only continue to be feminine and what kind of world preach and tell women back to back there you being feminine is a weak thing to do? Like, take for example, back in the days like 17th, 18th century, when a woman sees a man that she finds very attractive, she make eye contact, she probably drops something, she probably just send a piece of paper, a letter or something, just to get his attention. Because she understands that if she doesn't make move now, somebody else will. And in today's age, and she'll put herself together. And in today's age, being successful for a man, it's not even enough. It is not even enough though. It's like you have to be. This is one thing I find very, very hard. As a successful man, I will say this to you. We understand that women love opportunistically. And we understand that the only way a woman will invest into her life emotionally is if she sees what she wants. We didn't get to this stage because life was bread and butter, or because it was given to us on a platter of gold. No. We got to this level because we are extremely intelligent. Very, very intelligent. Do you think we will make it easy for women by just having this broad shoulder like this, just walking up and say, hey, how you doing? Look, I don't dress like I have money, but at the same time, I fucking dress like I have money. I do. And most of the things I use though, on accessories level, it's not show off though, it's just there. I like to spend money. My friends though, we love to spend money on ourselves. Goyard cross bag, Goyard, like, look. Like I said, I don't want to lead with my wealth. Just here to talk about. Let's just focus. It can be very, very disappointing. You know, just the same way a woman sees a good-looking man and they end up to, you know, coming in contact to have a conversation, and this man can't fucking hold a conversation. It is the same disappointment I have when I have a conversation with a woman and she can't fucking hold a conversation before acting like an ass. Like, take for example though, a couple of months ago, that was last year, I went to Dallas, Texas, and we went out with my family. It was a dinner date, and with another friend, you know. The other friend was doing, you know, bridal, whatever. So we're all dressed up, and then you know, I saw this woman. Look, you guys need to put yourself together though. It is very, very disappointing the way the whole market is right now. People are so easy to control. So as I was saying, I saw this woman, because you know, I see beautiful women all the time. Then I walk up and say, okay, good party. Are you related to the man or to the woman though? So she said she's related to the woman, okay, how are you related to her? She said, she's my friend. I said, okay, the dude is my friend too. Nice to meet you. We should be friends. Simple conversation. She said, I have a boyfriend. Okay, good for you. Where is he? He said, okay, he's not here. Okay, nice to meet you. She said, is that it? You don't want... What do you want me to do? Run after you? You just... Because the thing is this. When I was younger, when a woman says she has a boyfriend, you still want to pester. You still want to, oh yeah, but I can still be your friends. When you get to a stage of emotional understanding, intelligence, and that kind of stuff, you need me walking up to meet a woman to strike a conversation. I'm not coming there to talk because I want your number. I'm not coming there to talk to you because I want to I'm not coming there to talk to her because I want a number. My sole intention of coming there to talk to her is to see if her beauty matches with her physique. And majority of the time though, I get very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. And majority of the time when I go out there and I see, let's say I see 3 friends together and I just walk up and there's one of them, like let's say there's one of them I find very attractive. And normally you just say hi to the girls. Hi guys. Just focus on her and just say, hi, my name is Fobi. I was sitting over there and I saw you. I just want to have a conversation with you to see, just get to know you. What's your name? Majority of them, they would look at her friends. They can't hold her, the high contact. She's not showing any signs of any signs that, okay, like maybe they find you attractive or maybe they want to have a conversation with you or anything. They just start laughing, looking at their friends, and then I just be like, what's funny? Because the thing is this, back to what I started this conversation with, it is impossible to know the true value of a man just by looking at him. The physique, the posture, the height, because time, it is impossible. It is impossible though. I've met men that have the best physique though. These guys are broke as fuck. And most people work out physically, but they don't have the mental strength. People like me, I don't work out on my body to be. I worked out on my mental strength. Because from the age 16 until I clocked 23, from those 16, 17, 18, 19 until 23, I made a lot of mistakes in my life. And I did many, many things I'm not proud of. Luckily for me, I had good parents that could put me together and, make me have a better outcome with my life. I understand that I will, as I go through life, I will still make many, many, many more mistakes. I know that. I know I will make many more mistakes. So I've always wanted my mental strength to be very, very strong. To some extent though, I am good looking. To some extent, I have the physique of a masculine man. But I don't want to be bulky. I want to be slim fit. I've always loved that posture, which is my posture. But on a mental level, I continue to work on that. I continue to work on that. The time we live right now, it is a very, very crazy time. And I find it so hard to put my head around the whole thing. So my advice to men before I round this up is this. To those of you that believe in love, like myself, it is a foolish thing to say that, oh yeah, I believe in love. It is very, very sad when you find that there is no such thing, and at the end of the day, it's just a strategy to trap men. There's no such thing. And maybe when you're fortunate enough to find a woman that actually wants to be with you, maybe then you're lucky. But then when you know, from what we've read and what we've come to find out, at the end of the day, you know, you need to continue doing what you're supposed to do as a man. She needs to continue benefiting what she wants to benefit from your life, or else she will lose attraction for you, which is very, very sad to put your head around. Very, very sad. It is very, very sad. But to those of you men out there, my advice to you, like I said before I round this up, keep working on yourself. I want you to write down all your dreams on the scale of preference, which is first, the scale of preference in economics is when you write everything in the level of accomplishment. How soon can you accomplish these things? So you arrange them from number 1, 2, 3 until, you know, infinity. And then you start knocking off, you start knocking off those milestones. Keep working on yourself, guys. The dynamics that is going on right now, it is crazy, man. Don't get me wrong, like I said, sex is very, very easy. Sex is very, very easy. One phone call, you see a woman wanting to have sex with you. But then the thing is this. And dynamics though. And I find it so hard to put my head around the reason why the whole thing is like that. What a time to be alive, my friends. What a time to be alive. Keep working on yourselves. Keep knocking off milestones, and keep working on yourself, your mental strength, your keep learning emotional intelligence too. You get my point? And at the end of the day though, don't forget this. As long as a woman can benefit from you, as long as she can take from your resources, they will always find you attractive. They will always find you attractive. And I get this every now and then. And you must always do things that will increase your value as a man. Remember, your sexual peak as a man, it can go for a long time, even until the end of your life. If you keep doing things that will increase your value. I meet different women every now and then, women that lead with their money and their accomplishment. And it's usually funny to me. I understand women find these things attractive, but I don't. I'm a man. I don't find these things attractive. I do not. And a woman would talk to me though, like, because I take myself out to dinner every now and then. I go to the diner, I go to the clubs, the VIP lounge, all those things. I don't go there with the intention to meet high-class women. Man, just shut up. No. I go there because, my friends will invite me sometimes, and then I'll come back by myself, and those kind of behaviors. Because, I meet friends there, network and that kind of thing. So, and then, on some good, bad days, whatever, you just see a random beautiful woman just walk up to meet you. And to me though, she's outside of her peak of a sexual peak. These women are around 33, 34 years old. walk up to Mimi though. Obviously, she's younger than me, but she's outside of her peak sexually. And they walk up to Mimi and say, they'll start conversations like, how's your night going? Nice outfit. Oh, nice outfit too. How you doing? Oh, I'm well. Okay, so what did you do? These women they are direct. They are very, very direct. They are, can I put this? These women are very, very direct. They are aggressive. 65%. Just from the conversation, they are very, very aggressive. There was this one time, she's a beautiful woman, but not that beautiful because, she's older. She's 35. And then she walked up to me. And then, when we introduced ourselves, she checked my watch and said, oh, it's Cartier. I like the watch though. Is this? I said, yeah, it's the new one that came out in December. And then, they joke, oh, my name is Tina. What's your name? I said, Phoebe. And then she shook my hand. The grip was too strong. Then I had to let her know that, okay, you can't shake a man like that. The way you shake me just now, though, it tells me a lot about you. You're aggressive. You don't need to be. As a matter of fact, though, and this is one thing I'll say to women before I go. Just because you portray yourself in an aggressive, tough way, remember there are different men, different personalities. Some men will find that attractive that, oh, she can hold herself together. No, you can't hold shit. Because you're a woman, you must always be at the peak of your feminine display. Because this is the first thing that men will assess about you. There are men that will pick you and select you, even when you're outside of the peak of your sexual selection or whatever. I don't care. But when you act like a man, you're good for one night or couple of nights. You are. And I don't know who told you guys that it's that men find these things attractive. They do not. They do not. That is the reason why 93% of marriage right now ends up in divorce. And 87% is initiated by women. That is the reason why these dynamics keep happening. Because at first, it looks like men find these things attractive. And at the end of the day, they do not. Men do not find these things attractive. The dynamics, even though you think you are in charge at first in the relationship, at the end of the day, a man will fall back into his masculine frame. Because at the end of the day, he is a man. Men are powered by their ego. It is the ego. And if a man doesn't have his life together, his money game together, his ego is hot. Even though you are the one making money, you get my point. You still need to find a way to stroke his ego because that is your man. Take it easy, guys.